Hey there, community, and welcome to the Providence podcast. I'm Sister Leslie, and I'm so glad you're here. So glad that we can reflect and pray together on this Gaudete Sunday, this third Sunday of Advent, which is about joy and rejoicing because Christmas is almost here. And maybe you have a lot to do still before Christmas, like me, but maybe we can still take a little pause in this busy time and rejoice in the presence of God in our lives. The color of this Sunday is rose, and I think that's pretty fun too. So as we've been doing for the past few weeks, we'll do a guided Lectio, a simple reflection on this reading from the prophet Isaiah. We'll read the reading 3 times. With each reading, we will go a little deeper. So we'll get started with our reading from Isaiah. And this first time through, see if there's a word or a phrase that captures your attention. And as we go, see if you can hold that word or phrase in your mind and heart.
The desert and the parched land will exult. The steppe will rejoice and bloom. They will bloom with abundant flowers and rejoice with joyful song. The glory of Lebanon will be given to them. The splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of God, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the hands that are feeble. Make firm the knees that are weak. Say to those whose hearts are frightened, be strong, fear not. Here is your God. God comes with vindication, with divine recompense. God comes to save you. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened, the ears of the deaf be cleared. Then will the lame leap like a stag. Then the tongue of the mute will sing. Those whom God has ransomed will return and enter Zion singing. Crowned with everlasting joy, they will meet with joy and gladness. Sorrow and mourning will flee.
So as you heard this beautiful, idyllic passage from Isaiah, what word or phrase stood out to you? See if you can hold that in your attention, maybe repeat it to yourself in your mind or even out loud. Just kind of focus on these words, prayerfully chew on them a bit. The phrase that caught my attention is, be strong, fear not. So let's go ahead and read this passage again and see what else God might want to say to us. And remember, we're reflecting on what does it mean to us? How does it remind us of our own lives? Not what does it mean? It's not exegesis or scholarship. It's a heart and mind exercise. It's a way of allowing God to speak to us through this scripture. The desert and the parched land will exult. The steppe will rejoice and bloom. They will bloom with abundant flowers and rejoice with joyful song. The glory of Lebanon will be given to them, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of God, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the hands that are feeble. Make firm the knees that are weak. Say to those whose hearts are frightened, be strong, fear not. Here is your God. God comes with vindication. With divine recompense, God comes to save you. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened, the ears of the deaf be cleared. Then will the lame leap like a stag. Then the tongue of the mute will sing. Those whom God has ransomed will return to enter Zion singing, crowned with everlasting joy. They will meet with joy and gladness. Sorrow and mourning will flee. So as you heard this passage again, what did it remind you of in your life? Was there anything in it that brought you comfort or hope or joy? Was there anything that challenged you or even brought some resistance? As you think about your own spiritual life and really the whole of your life, which is always connected, is there anything that these words speak to? Anything that they reveal to you about what's happening or the direction of your life? What stood out to me initially the second time, the words, "Be strong, fear not." And I'm not sure if it's because I often don't feel that strong. And I often do have some fears or worries or concerns. And honestly, when I'm in a space of worry or anxiety, to have someone say, like, just don't be afraid or don't worry, usually makes me feel worse, not better. But in this reading, I didn't take it that way. I didn't take it as dismissive, like it sometimes feels when someone, I guess, is trying to cheer me up or fix my anxiety. In this case, "Be strong, fear not" is followed by "Your God comes to save you." And so I guess as I read this passage from Isaiah, I think there's a reason to be strong, to take heart, to not be afraid, because of the reassurance that God is present. And I wonder if I could trust that a little bit more deeply, trust a little more deeply that God is coming to save me, and whatever that means. I don't think God enters in and fixes whatever's wrong or corrects the course of things. I think God is much more gentle than that. But God coming to save me could just be God coming to be with me. I'm somebody who tends to soldier on and push ahead and try to lift it all myself. And I think this reading, ironically, in the words "be strong," is telling me not to do that. Instead of pushing on myself, I think it's trying to reassure me that God is indeed present and that my strength comes from God, and therefore there's no reason to fear. And I don't know if your thoughts took that direction or something entirely different. But isn't it wonderful the ways that the Spirit speaks to each of us in the ways that we need to hear? And I hope that you did hear something that was helpful to you. And now we'll go ahead and read this reading a third time, and we'll listen out for a call or an invitation, or even something to bring with you from this prayer time to reflect on a little more deeply.
The desert and the parched land will exult. The steppe will rejoice and bloom. They will bloom with abundant flowers and rejoice with joyful song. The glory of Lebanon will be given to them, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of God, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the hands that are feeble, make firm the knees that are weak. Say to those whose hearts are frightened, be strong, fear not. Here is your God. God comes with vindication, with divine recompense. God comes to save you. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened, the ears of the deaf be cleared. Then will the lame leap like a stag. Then the tongue of the mute will sing. Those whom God has ransomed will return and enter Zion singing. Crowned with everlasting joy, they will meet with joy and gladness. Sorrow and mourning will flee.
So as you heard it this third time through, did you notice an invitation from God for you, or a call? What was that? Can you articulate it? Maybe even write it down? I think the invitation that I heard was to be more intentional about looking for signs of God's presence with me, and maybe even to say the words to myself, be strong, fear not, because God is there. What was the invitation you heard, and how can you put that into practice? How can you make it a visible, tangible way of responding to God and God's working in your life? And is there a way that this applies in the larger scheme? I tend to think about the call for me personally, which I think is a good thing. It helps me to grow spiritually, but is there a bigger call, a bigger invitation that impacts the people around me? And maybe there is. Maybe that is to be a sign of God's presence for people who are living in fear, who don't feel strong. And I wonder if for you there might be something that is personally directed as well as other directed. And there are so many needs in the world right now. Maybe we could just take a moment to lift up the people in our lives, the people in our world who are in need, and entrust them to our provident God, who always extends God's own tender care to each person. So thanks for listening and for entering into this prayer. I hope you experience God's love and presence and tenderness for you. And if you know someone who might need this space of quiet and contemplation, I hope you share it with them. Thanks for connecting with God's Space and with the Sisters of Divine Providence of Kentucky. We're always so glad for all who are in relationship with us. So I hope you stay connected and continue to have a blessed Advent. Peace.